Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Digital Diversity Streams. I am Kaiju. This is Asterix, who has come to say hello this morning. And he's a little sort of, aren't you, baby? Yeah. So, this is Digital Diversity, a spotlight on games made by people in the LGBTQIA plus community. Today we are playing... You going up? You going up? Today we are playing a bunch of bitsy games and visual novels by a couple of absolutely wonderful people in the community. We have 5 games in total, 3 from one creator and 2 from another. It's going to be a fun day. I think these are all pretty short. So we're going to see how we go. We're just going to play this and that and see how we go all the way through. And just going to have ourselves a fun time all in all. So. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, first, I guess we should have a look at what's on offer today. Switching over. 3, 2, Alright, this is my itch list. Because most of these games are bitsy or visual novel, it's just easier to run them like this. So we have 3 games by L'Onion Boy, which I will put up details of each game before we start each game. We have Boo, we have A Night at Manster Mansion, and A Day in the Life of a Sea Witch. And from communistsister, we have The Tower and Persades, or All This Will Go On Forever. I've been really looking forward to these. They've been on my list for a little while, and it's like, you know what? Instead of just doing them one at a time, let's do a bulk load. Let's just have 5 of these in one day and see how we do. So, the first game on our list today is Boo. Now, for those of you who didn't know that itch has its own launcher, it does have its own launcher, and it's really useful for this sort of stuff. So, there is the link for this game. This first one is by L'Onion Boy. There are no specific content warnings for these. Only, I think we'll leave the one with the only really relevant content warnings until the end. And everything else we're just gonna go through and have fun with. I don't know how many of these have music. We're gonna figure it out as we go. But yeah, let us settle down for some fun games. And I'm almost out of tea already. On a quiet night, by the light of the moon, they gather. It does have sound. And it's cute! We're a little ghost. Oh. I like this. So this is the Bitsy engine, I believe, if I'm not wrong, which is an engine that anyone can use, and it is, if you want to check it out, it's just look up Bitsy Game Maker, and you can make games in a way that's very reminiscent of the game engines of my youth. So back in the 90s, there were a lot of game engines which were pretty much build what you want to build. And Bitsy is very much like that. Design your own sprites, they work off a very simple palette, and just have fun. So we're this little ghost friend. I love the animation, just move the mouth back and forward. Let's go check out. It's time. The Boo meeting. So we got a little kitty down in the bottom right. We got what looks like either a slug or a ghost sitting in the floor. Crochet hook size 6. What? Oh, it's a knitting club. We got a knitting club. Kitty. Meow. It's a little ghost kitty. I love the bouncy font. It's really cute. Colorful yarn. Colorful yarn. Wait. That way. Zzz, loop over. Take off for pearl. Hey Wraith, how you doing? This is really adorable. At least, this hat doesn't look too bad, huh? You think my girlfriend will like it? Hey Lace, how you doing? Baby blue, pink, white and pink, the perfect colors. Making a trans pride hat for the baby. Do you want NB colors or trans? I'm gonna have some leftover yarn for this hat. I want an NB hat, please. I'm gonna try a scarf next, I think. The one I made you looked really good. Wow, I've gone off the side. Knitting needles. This is really adorable. So, I just need to purl these 4 rows. That's it, sweetie. And so it's like this? No, no, sweetie, you're doing this wrong. Here. It's like this. Hello. NB hat. Hello, sweetie. You wanted to make a poncho now, right? You don't know him, that is. Oh, this should be enough to even make a hat afterwards. Those socks you made turned out really big, but they must be very comfortable. This is just really cute and sweet. You don't think this is too yellow, do you? My sister is having a baby shower next week. I'm going to place it with the gifts and hope she likes it. Sure, using the physical yarn and needles is a pain, but it's worth it in the end, you know? You asked me how to do it before? That was you, wasn't it? Just ask me again once I finish this blanket, okay? One Night at Castle Snackerol. Onion Ball Z, Volume 15, The Celery Games. Fuck. Dragon Ball Z references. 100 poems, Pear wrote Onion. Man door, hand took, car door. What? High school sing-along poems. Slime, Slime, and More Slime, Volume 5. It just seems like a fun way of doing things. Crochet hook. Frog Crime, Back from the Swamp. A Bad Time, Existentialist Themes in the Work of Toby Fox. Cold Sassy Turnip and Other Stories. It's a computer. It's a computer. It's turned on. Logging on to Discord. Ghost Boy. Hey. Gentle Touch of a Lesbian. Hey, baby. Ghost Boy, you busy today? Nah, I finished my homework, so just watching Netflix and chilling. You wanna meet? I love this, it's so cute. Give me 15 minutes. Library garden, right side? Yeah. Cool. Kids these days. Ghost kids. The Manga Guide to Relativity. I would read that. Little Red Riding Wolf. I would also read that. Loading onto Mastodon. Good morning, friends. I kissed a girl. Good content is when you kiss a girl last night. Still not over that bit where that guy tried to eat sushi and Christian Mingle the movie. I need to spend my time doing better things. Here lies M. They died doing what they loved, kissing a girl. Okay, let's do a fun thing. Reply to this with this toot and I'll tell you a fact about me. Someone please reply to that. It's a setup for a really good joke. The Onion Boy! The Onion Boy kissed a girl, just FYI. I want them to carve into my tombstone that I kissed a girl last night. I want that on mine as well. Mood. I kissed a girl and don't you forget it.
How to kiss a girl last night, like M. I'm just a girl kissing fool. I wonder if anyone kissed a girl recently. I finally have a consistent bit, and it's the fact that I kissed a girl. Kissed a girl, by the way. This is adorable. Maybe you should follow someone else too, but why when you get such good content? The Onion Boy has put a lot of effort into this, and I really like it. Manga Guide... What? Manga Guide to Relativity is real? Holy shit, I need to look it up. Holy shit, it exists. The Manga Guide to Relativity. My world has changed. My world has changed. Uh-oh. It's a group playing D&D. This could get weird. I think I won't disturb them. Invisibility. Ducky, you enter the cave and there's a party happening. You see a beautiful cake on the centerpiece table. It seems like maybe this is a wedding. Freya, Grabthar grabs one of the slices of cake. Ducky, maybe he shouldn't eat it after everything. Freya, I mean, it's only a little singed and maybe sad now. Ducky's never listened. Green casts vicious mockery. Hey, how you doing? It's a magical cake! And now it feels bad about itself. Yeah, okay, fine, it has no defense for that. So Petunia is going to crawl onto the ceiling like a spider and then throw her knives at the cake. How you all doing? Welcome, welcome. You can't throw your knives if you're concentrating on staying on the ceiling. Okay. Then I just throw my knives at it. Alright, roll for the attack. Natural 20! The knives hit the cake and cut it into perfect slices. Yay! This is the sort of D&D game I would like to play. Oh, here's Onion. Okay. So Bluebell totally swings their axe, whoosh, and roll for the attack. Rolls dice. Okay, so I got an 18. You utterly destroy the cake. Bits of cream and strawberries go flying everywhere. Nice. That poor cake. It felt bad about itself and got cut into slices and then utterly demolished with an axe. So Mirabelle is going to use Burning Hands on the cake. Okay, so the cake is on fire now. Yes, I want the session notes. Please send me the session notes. Perfect. So what happened here? We had crawled onto the ceiling. No, wait. This was the one who made the cake feel bad about itself. This is the one that climbed onto the that threw knives at the cake and cut it into perfect slices. This is the one. Onion was the one who smashed it with a battle axe. This one set fire to it, and this one eats it. Oh yeah, like, I love silly D&D session notes. It's one of my favorite things. Because it's people doing silly stuff. Let's go say hello to the cat again before we meet up with our friend. Meow. Can I just say how much I love this? This is just... I would have this as a screensaver or something. It is just beautiful and chill. It's so good. I love it. Kitties! Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by also moonlight, because we don't go out in daylight. Her. Jade, hey, you took your sweet time. I thought ghosts could just, like, phase through walls. That's okay, though. I just doodled a little bit. I read that manga you told me to borrow, and it's good. I can't believe I didn't read it sooner. I think I haven't laughed so hard in so long. It's a nice night. It's nice to just sit here. I guess you don't feel cold or warm. Well, I hope you always feel warm. I guess you can always cuddle a cat. Or me. Crack open RPG Maker. Do something fun. Like this. I'm smooch you. Please let me go. This to me is a perfect example of the beautiful things you can do with games. Like, this is just lovely and fun and cute and wonderful, and you can do that with games. You can do that. And the whole page has said goals 20 times as handwriting progressively gets worse. Also has some doodles of anime eyes in the corner. Hey, the link to the Discord. Nice. having teenage years flashbacks. Kitties. Let's go check out the other side. Anything down there? No. Pop. Nothing on that side. Have I seen everything? Is there more to see? It's Witchlight. I don't see if there's anything else on Mastodon on the computer. Log off. No. Okay, we've seen. We need to talk to Jade more? Okay. More Jade time. How you doing, onion boy? I love this. I love this game. You never really explain what you're doing so late at the library. Are you reading smut? You turned all red. Oh, knitting? And it's boo? Beghost, knitting, crocheting, a community. That's the best acronym I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of acronyms in my life. You guys suck at acronyms, like, shut up, Jade. It's a good acronym. I think my grandma tried to teach me to knit once. I sucked so badly, I've never tried again. Inspiration for this whole game? Nice. I still got some scarves she knitted though, and my mom is this unfinished sweater she was knitting way back. Actually, 2 of them. One was for me with a black cat on the front, but it's too small now. I was like baby-sized, and now I'm adult-sized. I wish you could hang out longer, but it's already so late. I still got school tomorrow, but maybe DM me what you're doing on the weekend? Smooch! We got smooched! I wish you were this solid every day. It's hurt not being able to touch you even a little. But I really like you. Maybe the next good day we can go on a proper date. Somewhere dark, so no one would think it's weird that I'm holding your invisible hand. Bye-bye, and good night. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm off home and you should go too. No! Kitty! Always kitty. Always kitty. Home is to the left. Woo! I don't know what I just picked up, but it was her. Every kiss feels like the first. I hope we can stay together for a long time. I can't wait until the weekend. Today was really good. on a quiet night, by the light of the moon, they gather. And that's Boo. That is the first game on the list for today. This is a gorgeous one. I love it so much. It's so freaking cute. It's so freaking cute. Alright. Boop. Game 2. Now, let's see. What should we play next? So, we've got 2 more games by the Onion Boy. We've got A Night at Monster Mansion and A Day in the Life of Sea Witch. And we've got 2 games by communistsister, The Tower and Proceeds. What should we play next? Pick a game, any game. They're all installed and ready to go. I love this. I love this so much. I love what game engines like this have done for representation and for creativity. When I was in my teens, the big thing was Flash games. Literally, if you wanted to make a game and you didn't have proper engine experience, all you really had was Flash games. And now we have Bitsy, now we have Unity, now we have Ren'Py, now we have Twine, now we have, like, we have all of these things that are accessible at one level or another. And you can do amazing different things with them, and you can get people who normally couldn't build something because of complexity. Because complexity is an accessibility issue. Like, people say Unity is very easy to build with. It's very easy to build very basic things with. Everything after Macromedia Flash 5 sucked. I'm actually happy to take that one. That's not a bad opinion. That's a lukewarm opinion at best. And accessibility is super important for game developers. It's why I love Bitsy. It's why I love Twine, particularly because these are 2 engines that are super easy to build with. Yeah, Unity is very easy. Citation needed. I built the basic tutorial game in Unity, and I'm like, okay, this basic tutorial game is easy. Now, what if I want to do something else? And I'm like, hey, Freya, how you doing? We're deciding what to play next. We've just finished Boo. What are we playing? The next 4 down from Boo are all on our list today. So, shall we do a Freya game? We're putting Persids at the end because that is the only one of this list that has real content warnings. So let's play The Tower. So let's go over to The Tower. And we'll switch the game link so you all know what it is. And here we go. Content warnings. Harsh language. Internalized... Wait, is this the hard one or the other one? Which one's the difficult one? Towers content warnings. Yeah, I was looking at the content warnings on the list. Wait, is that the one or the other one? Which one's the one without the content warnings? No, this is the one. Proceeds is the one without the content warnings. That's the one. I went through the entire list today, and it's like, which ones are the ones? This is it. We're playing this one. Boop. Can we make this bigger in this engine? I don't think so. It's gonna look a little small, so let's switch over to a different window just so we can see what we're doing. I'm gonna run that. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? There we go. Let's move this across a little. Can we move this across a little? What? There we go. Put this over this side. There we go. Nice. Nice. Persids or Persids? How do we pronounce that, Freya? How do we pronounce that? Or all this will go on forever. This game contains mild swearing and occasional light drug use. Marijuana. Whilst this game is in second person, it will refer to you via a name you choose. The narrative will assume you are a trans woman. Perseids. This is a keyboard playable twine game. As well as using the mouse, you can use following keyboard commands. When you see that, press the spacebar. Choices will be labeled Z, X, C, spacebar for first choice. Please enter after filling in text box to advance. Okay, name entry. What's our name? Someone give me a name. Who are we going to be called?
Hello. Oh.
What is the name for our character going to be? Give me a name. Give me a name. We need a name. Bingus Springus. Bingus could work. The girl that MK. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is that a Swedish name? Student radio stations. And that song was Broken Sunglasses. You're listening to TMFM 91.4, live from a basement in. The radio crackles and you lose signal. The presenter's voice drowned out by static. Rosie whines and prods the radio, trying to seek back into a stronger frequency. As she leans across, you stare at the back of her head, her hair curled and draping around her shoulders. The urge to reach out and feel it between your fingers comes across you. Okay, let's do this as a team. Z or X. These are all things. So reach out is Z, don't reach out is X. We're gonna play this as a group. Yeah, and we're gonna work off first response is what we go for. So Z it is. You shift in your seat and lean forward, gently running your fingers through the end of Rosie's hair. She twitches and glances back at you. Sorry, you lie. There was a bug. Rosie doesn't look convinced and raises a sleepy eyebrow. Sure, cutie, a bug. She rolls her eyes as you blush and turns back to the radio. Staring out of the window, you see the countryside whizzing past. It's a kitty. It's two kitties. Kitty attack. Kitty attack. This is Butt, and these are the kitties. Everyone say hi to Butt and the kitties. This one is Asterix. He is small and powerful. And this one is Carmilla. She is in a cone. And she is a sleepy butt. Everyone say hi. Yeah, yeah.
It's not purry babies. They purr lots.
Purr babies. And say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. I take one. Okay. You are charmed by the cats. Yeah, they are charming cats. They are charming catos. See, this is why people turn up. It's not for me or the games. It's for the kitties. Into your soul. Into your soul. Wait, Asterix is looking for souls but cannot find any. We are out of souls today.
He already has mine.
Already has yours? Okay. You wanna go up? You wanna go up? Yeah? Yeah? They are charmers. They are utter charmers. Okay, where were we? Staring out of the window, you see the countryside whizzing past. Everything looks fresh and green out here. It's a far cry from the city the four of you live in. But that's what you're coming here. That's why you're coming here, of course. It's nothing like the city. It's open, empty, quiet, and free of light pollution. Few street lamps, houses, businesses. Tomorrow you'll reach Dark Sky Park and set up and watch the meteorites shoot through the heavens. That's tomorrow, though. And it's already been a long day. In the driver's seat, Carolyn rocks her head side to the side, trying to click her neck. She shrugs her shoulders a few times. From behind, you see her jaw clench as she tries to bite off a yawn. We'll take a break soon, she says quietly after a moment. Radio crackles back to life, and Rosie lets out a cheer. Damn, Freya, you did a really good job with the, with building of this one, like, getting that to suddenly turn music back on. Fucking nice. Today we're playing What Can You Do with Simple Engines. An unknown song plays, a guitar and bass playing a fast melody in unison. Might have to turn that up a bit. Rosie leans back in her seat and drums along, tapping her hands on her thighs. The four of you speed along the quiet road, music loud as the sun gradually makes its way lower in the sky. Long summer evenings. The car rumbles as you pull into the service station. When Carolyn cuts the engine, the world becomes very quiet all of a sudden, and you realize how loud the car has been for the past few hours. All four of you stay in the car for a few seconds, sharing the silence. Carolyn breaks the moment and leans on the door to open it with a groan. All of you climb out and stretch. Aya looks around at your surroundings. The service station is set just off to the road, next to a small patch of trees. Rosie sways a little as she stands and closes the door harder than intended. The clunk it makes echoes through the car park. It's so quiet, Ellie says. Carolyn stretches her arms and looks around as well. Not surprised. Roads have been real quiet too. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. No. Rosie looks at the two of them and then glances at you, looking amused. This is quite and all, but I gotta piss. You do as well. Rosie and you cross the car park to the service station. Yay! It's road trip peeing simulator. Rosie and you cross the car park to the service station. As you reach the door, a lorry pulls up by the pump. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him lean out the window and leer at the two of you. Ew! You roll your eyes and stick a little closer to Rosie. You are struck by the sudden thought that in the last 30 seconds, you too have let your eyes stray at Rosie and her particularly short shorts. Who likes short shorts? We like short shorts. But that's different. You enter the building and make your way around the racks of overpriced crisps and chocolates to the toilets. There are just two, a men's and a woman's cubicle. Rosie stops at the door and looks back at you. I can wait, you say. Rosie frowns, then looks over at your shoulder. You turn back to see the lorry driver walking across the forecourt. I ain't leaving you out here, Rosie says. She grabs you by the hand and pulls you into the cubicle with her. You politely look away while Rosie sits on the loo. She hums while she pees. When she's done, she shimmers her shorts up and carefully maneuvers around to let you sit down. It's pretty cramped with just the two of you. Rosie tests to see if she can sit on the sink, but it creaks and she thinks better of it. As you sit down, she pulls out a plastic baggie from her pocket and some rolling papers. She hesitates, then stuffs them back into her pocket and washes her hands first. You don't blame her. It's kind of grotty in here. You're trying not to think too much of that condition of the toilet seat as you perch on it. When you're done, you go to flush, but Rosie stops you. Wait till I'm done rolling, she says, tapping out some crumbs of weed into the paper. You comply and close the toilet lid to sit down again. Rosie finishes her joint and tucks it behind her ear. I've never seen anyone do that in life, actually. Like, people sticking joints or cigarettes behind their ear. Like, does it actually happen in real life? You look up at her expectantly, and she looks back with a funny expression. She bites her lip for a second. Hey, do you want to make out for a bit? Yes, no, first response gets the answer. Hit Z for yes, hit X for no. Z. Okay, we're gonna make out a lot. You go to stand up, but Rosie sticks her palm out and pushes you to sit back down. She climbs onto your lap and holds onto your shoulders for balance. You run a hand up her neck and thread your fingers through her hair again. Rosie kisses you. She tastes like Coca-Cola and chewing gum. This is so good. You place a hand on her side and she breathes in sharply, wriggling on top of you. Sig joint behind the ear is definitely a thing? Okay, maybe it just doesn't happen in Australia. As you slip your hand under her top, Rosie breaks her kiss to giggle involuntarily at your fingers tracing across her stomach. She bites your lower lip and starts to fumble with your shirt. Knock, knock, knock. You nearly done in there? Rosie lets out a snort of laughter and draws back. Just a sec! She yells at the door. She rolls her eyes and gives you a final peck on the lips before climbing off. You stand up, dizzy from excitement and the sudden interruption. You flush and the two of you check your appearance in the mirror before leaving. Lady outside the bathroom does a double take as you leave the bathroom together. Rosie gives her a wink before leading you away by the hand. I like Rosie. Sound of gravel underfoot. The car park gravel crunches underfoot as you return to the car. Ellie has hopped onto the bonnet to perch, swinging her legs off the car. Carolyn is facing her, talking, and turns her head to look as you approach. Took your time, she says. Ellie glances between the two of you with a smirk that says nothing. By the way of reply, Rosie retrieves a joint from behind her ear. You're not smoking that in the car. Duh, I was gonna go into the woods over there. Rosie gestures to a patch of trees that sits next to the car park. Looks inviting, if a little visible from the road. Guess as designated driver, you'll pass, Rosie says. She glances between you and Ellie. Girls? Sounds good to you? I'll pass. Makes me feel car sick. Rosie shrugs and beckons you to follow with a nod of her head. The two of you walk across the gravel to the trees. Once you get a couple of meters in, as inconspicuous as you'll manage to be in a small copse of trees at a service station, Rosie sparks up and takes a few tokes. A light gust of wind moves through the trees all around you, and you hear gentle rustling, distant bird calls, and the occasional lonely car passing on the otherwise quiet road. I love the writing in this, it's really good. I have streamed a couple of Freya's games before, and I really liked them. I really love the writing style. Here you go, Rosie says through a held breath, and passes the joint over to you. You take it from her as she blows out smoke with a suppressed cough. You watch as she scuffs her feet on the floor, nudging a fallen branch with her boot. As you breathe in, you wince a little. Rosie always rolls her joints with more tobacco than you do, and it feels harsher. She frowns questioningly at your expression, but you wave her away whilst holding the smoke in. Rosie shrugs and continues to fidget. She turns her attention from ground to the treetops, staring up through the branches. You breathe out. The sound of your breath mixes with the sound of the wind, and all of a sudden you feel very present in the moment, hyper-aware of anything happening around you. You turn your head to glance back at the car, obscured by trees. It looks like Carolyn and Ellie are talking. Ellie's still sat on the bonnet. Hey, says Rosie. You turn your head back to look at her, and she raises her skinny arms to point upwards. What are you gonna wish for? She grins a disarming grin, obfuscating any trace of serenity through a dumb stoner smile. You've learned that when Rosie asks a question like that, it's a coin toss whether she's descended into deep high thoughts, or if it's going to be about a serious question, as that time she asked about lions fighting the sun. You consider your answer. Give her a serious answer, press Z. Give her a joke answer, press X. I mean, it feels kind of cheating having the maker of the game tell us which buttons to press, but I kind of like it at the same time. It means we get the good ending. X or Z. And this is exactly what I did with when I played Life is Strange, actually. I pretty much crowd played that entire game. It was very fun. X. I wish for some snacks. Rosie freezes for a second before breaking into laughter. No way, I was gonna say the same. You grin and she starts to rummage in her pockets for change. You take in another lungful of smoke and hold it whilst thinking. After a few minutes, the two of you finish the joint and start walking back to the car park. You both decide you should definitely check out the snacks available at the service station first. As you walk out of the patch of trees, you kind of defocus, thinking. Rosie's question about wishes echoes in your head. Anyways, you could have given float into thought, serious answers, the high slowly making everything fuzzier, and yet giving every thought undue gravity. What do you really wish for? After Ooh, what do we wish for? What do we wish for? What's our wish? What is our wish? Someone give me a wish. Someone give me a serious wish. Like, I want a serious one here. Let's send your wish out there. And give you something to give the world something to have. Send it out into the cosmos. What does someone wish? I wish the game dev industry would unionize. That seems like a good wish. What do we wish for? I need a good one. I need something serious. It seems like a very personal thing, but I wish to be happy. I wish to be secure. I'm not going anywhere till someone gives me something. I'm just streaming the game. I'm not making these choices. Let's think. Let's do... We don't have one come through in a minute. I'm gonna do one. It seems about right. A plaid shirt knotted slightly above the navel. As you return to the car, Carolyn taps her feet impatiently. You would wave cheerfully, but your hands are full of snacks. Rosie is using her shirt as a pouch to hold food in, holding it up and exposing her stomach. Carolyn takes one look at your haul and snorts. What out the shop, did you? Got a bit hungry, Rosie says, restraining a giggle. She nods at Ellie imploringly, and she helps Rosie unload, ferrying chips, chocolate cookies, and Diet Coke from an upturned shirt into the back of the car. You know you're a stereotype sometimes, don't you? Yeah, you got my favorite, Ellie says, and everyone ignores Carolyn. Ellie holds up the toffee crisp with glee, and Rosie winks back at her. Carolyn rolls her eyes and glances at you. Sometimes she treats you as the most adult of your foursome, but currently you're trying to restrain a smile and fail to. You feel your cheeks pull upwards as you grin back at her. She sighs and gets into the driver's seat. Relieved of her purchases, Rosie brushes her hands off on her thighs, then knots up her shirt above her belly button. Her stomach looks cute, in the kind of scrawny, stoner knob abdomen way, where you can see the muscles only because there's nothing over them. Ellie surreptitiously prods it from the side, and Rosie lets out a squeak. Carolyn sticks her head out the window. You three could flirt in the car. Ellie sticks her tongue out when Carolyn's not looking, glancing back at Rosie for validation. Rosie ruffles her hair in response. This is so cute. Still, the three of you do what Carolyn says. Shotgun, you mutter on instinct. Rosie groans and pivots on the spot, halfway there already. Fine, I'll sit him back with Cutie. Ellie blushes, already climbing in. You hop in the front seat, stretching your legs out in front of you. Behind you, Rosie climbs in awkwardly. Can you budge a bit? You pull the chair forward a bit. She folds her scarecrow legs into the back footwell with good-natured protest. You glance in the mirror to see her arranging the snacks in the middle seat, carefully laying out different choices. God, she does what I do with that sort of thing. Be very, very meticulous with snacks. Lighting in here today is very bad. Sandwiched between your legs is one of the bottles of Coke. You unscrew the cap carefully, and Carolyn looks over at the hiss. I know, you respond before she can say anything. She smiles sternly and turns around to look behind. Everyone ready to go? Yes, Mum. Strapped in and all. Don't call me that, Carolyn replies. She frowns at Rosie, then glances back at Ellie, face transforming into a smile instead. Ellie tugs her seatbelt demonstratively. Satisfied, Carolyn starts the car and the four of you settle into your seats, ready for another few hours on the road. It doesn't take long for Rosie to fall asleep. Soon, the rhythmic sound of the road is added to by faint snoring. Ellie holds back a laugh, trying not to wake her. 20 minutes. I think that's a record. Carolyn looks across at you, one hand on the wheel, the other resting on her lap. How much did you two smoke? Only a little bit. You kind of get it though. You're feeling drowsy as well. The vibrations on the road underneath you, the steady sound of the engine and the radio. I'm kind of sleepy too. Carolyn frowns. Nuh-uh, person in the front seat stays awake. Otherwise they'll get drowsy too. You don't want that. That's a good point. You groan and shuffle around in your seat, trying to be comfortable, but not too comfortable. So like a 6 on the comfort scale. Ellie leans forward between the seats, offering you a biscuit. It's the best idea she's had today. You take 2 and nibble on them slowly. Hey, Ellie says after a minute. My Game Boy's out of charge. Can I plug it in? I'm using the sat-nav. Hasn't it got a battery? Fine, only for half an hour. The girl that kissed it. The girl that M kissed, you plug it in. Fuck. Player choice names are the greatest invention in this world. I love you folks, you're wonderful. Ellie grins and passes it over to you. You fumble with the wire for a moment. Why is it so long? Before switching out the cigarette stock for the Game Boy's charger. The light on the side turns orange and you rest in your lap. After a moment, you unscrew the bottle of Coke for another sip. I'm bored now. For fuck's sake. You laugh and Coke goes up your nose. Sputtering, you close the bottle and wipe your mouth. Don't get it on the seat. Shh. I'm not. It's in my nose. Ellie passes you a tissue whilst giggling. Thanks. Ellie and you both turn to look at Rosie, who shuffles around in her sleep, resting her head against the window frame. You turn back for a moment and look at Ellie. She looks cheerful, and your eyes meet for a few seconds. Without saying anything, she reaches out and takes your hand. Her fingers always feel small. You wrap yours around them and feel her squeeze a little. It's kind of awkward, holding hands while you sit in the front seat, but you do it anyway. I kind of like doing that, it's fun. Haircuts. The sun is low in the sky as you pull into the campsite. Carolyn shields her eyes for a moment as the three of you look around. Or is he still asleep? Occasionally mumbling to herself about dogs. It's really quiet. Yeah, you say. I think I saw 2 other tents. Good. I'd like a quiet night. Behind you, Rosie stirs, wakes up and yawns loudly. Welcome back. Ready to go? Huh? The 4 of you climb out, some with more difficulty, and stretch after the hours in the car. It's been a long day of driving. Carolyn looks worn out. We'll need to book in, set up camp, and get food. The nearest shop is about 20 minutes away. What? Why didn't we go there in the car? We didn't pass it, and I'm sick of driving. Ellie nods in understanding. Rosie takes a deep breath to try and clear the sleep fog. Fair, fair. Well, you can stretch your legs, huh? Fat chance. You and Ellie can go. She turns to face you while speaking. The girl that M kissed. You can help me with the tent. Then I'm going to lie down. Why did we choose that name? Why did we choose that name? I still love it, but why did we choose that name? Carolyn leans back into the car to get her handbag. Ellie and Rosie both start complaining at once. How come I have to go with my feet? I've got like a condition. Carolyn reemerges from the car holding a $20 note in the air. You can have 6 or 7 quid for booze. Just get something we can cook up for dinner and some apples or something for breakfast. The two of them glance at each other, suddenly silent. 20 minutes isn't that far. Rosie grabs the 20 from Carolyn and stuffs it in her pocket without a word. Els, give me a minute to roll a cigarette and we'll head off. Carolyn smiles, somewhere between her sincere happiness and malice. Great. Shoves down the road to the left, eventually. Maps in the car if you want it. Carolyn heads over to the campsite's office, little more than a hut with a door, a desk, and a computer, staffed by a bored-looking Australian man. Australians are in every national park. It's a basic rule. The two of you bring the car over to the pitch, and Carolyn spends a minute reversing the car back and forth so it's level for sleeping in. Tent's only big enough for 2. Or it will be, once the two of you have set it up. You unload the car of all necessary bits, whilst Carolyn kicks rocks and other detritus out of the grass pitch. Satisfied it's flat, you shake out the ground sheet and start erecting the tent. Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact of, like, humanity that every campsite has at least one Australian working on site. It's because we're a country of national parks. It's just how we work things out. Satisfied it's flat, you shake out the ground sheet and start erecting the tent. You settle into a familiar pattern where Carolyn tells you what to do, almost to the point of micromanaging. You hold that bit. Okay, if you peg the ground sheet on that side, grab the pole. No, the other one. 10 minutes later, you're going around the perimeter of the tent with the mallet, finishing off all the pegs. I haven't gone camping in forever. I should do it again one day. I believe Melbourne has some decent campsites. Carolyn has unfolded one of the camp chairs and wearily sat down. From somewhere hidden, she's retrieved a beer you didn't know she had. The wind started to pick up a bit, and the tent is flapping, straining against the pegs you've loosely tapped in already. It's a race to hit them in harder before they get yanked out of the ground. God, I hate doing that sort of thing. A race made harder by the fact that your hair keeps getting blown in your face. Every few hits in the mallet, you pause to tuck strands of hair behind your head with increasing exasperation. Carolyn takes a sip of beer. You should cut your fringe. Her tone of voice irritates you. Snap at her, or try not to get angry. Press Z or X. I need a drink. I am out of drink. Wow. How can I get a drink? I know how to get a drink. That one. I mean, I'd rather not snap at her, so I think we're just gonna go try not to get angry. Zed? Okay. Oh, I hadn't noticed, you reply, a word sharp in the air. Carolyn pauses for a second before letting out a deflecting laugh. It's the wind that's blowing in your eyes, not me. You hammer a peg angrily for a few blows. The peg bends. The whole angry feeling melts away inside of you. You just feel kinda shitty. You sigh and drop the mallet on the ground. You bend a peg? Yeah. Carolyn takes a sip of beer and sighs. It's been a long day. I know I'm tired. Being passenger is tiring too. The way she says it and the silence that follows as you finish up the tent lets you know that any brief snap is now forgotten. Oh, we got the right answer. Well done. I've got scissors in my bag. I'll trim my fringe for you later if you want. You glance up at it and blow a breath upwards. The hairs bounce upwards and fall just as quickly back down in front of your eyes. Sure, that'd be nice. Rosie and Ellie come back with a haul of food for dinner. The two of them found vegetarian sausages in a shop, and Carolyn fries them up on the camp stove with potato slices, garlic, and onions. That actually sounds really nice. You carefully cut a selection of cherry tomatoes in half, mixing them through with a bag of salad leaves. You can get all that for that much money? Dear God, you wouldn't be able to get all that for $20 in Australia. They charge you like $8 just for the sausages. Ellie nibbles on gherkins straight out of the jar, trying to save the rest for dinner. Always pickles. It's always pickles. Rosie fetches the plates and cutlery from the car, lays them out on the blanket your soul sat on, and opens a bottle of cider with her teeth. Someday you're gonna break a tooth doing that. Hey, you didn't pack a bottle opener either. Garlic and onions are a little burnt. Some of the tomatoes could have been fresher. But on the grass, underneath the setting sun, it's the nicest meal you've had in a long time. All's fair in love. After dinner, Carolyn trims your fringe whilst Rosie and Ellie wash up the dishes. You try and gather up the hair and covertly chuck it into the hedge. Yeah, it's about 38 Aussie dollars. You might luck out. Australia has high food prices. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're playing a very lovely visual novel that one of our lovely people in chat right now has made, and it's very cute. You try and gather up the hair and covertly chuck it into the hedge. It's biodegradable, right? Sure, it's fine. Carolyn doesn't tell you off about it, so it's probably fine. When the girls come back from washing up, Ellie compliments your fringe. I can see your eyebrows now, she says. When you frown, she brushes and says, that's a good thing. Nice Pepto-Bismol background color. It's a nice pink. I mean, it's pretty much trans pride pink. Yeah. Mine's a little darker, but pretty close. Rosie grins and gives her a friendly punch in the shoulder. What about my eyebrows, then? They're nice, too. Wrong. They're two fat ginger caterpillars. They're coming to get you. Rosie makes a wiggle motion with her fingers and chases Ellie around the tent. Ellie plays along with the joke, but is, in reality, terrified of caterpillars. A couple of minutes later, the four of you are talking more seriously about bugs. I want to sleep in the car. Tents always have, like, bugs and stuff. So this is a game, it's a visual novel all about a road trip to go and watch meteorites. And it's really cute. And it was made for Trans Girl Jam, I believe. And it's very, very cool. Rosie surreptitiously tickles the back of Ellie's neck with a bit of grass, and she shrieks. You and Rosie fall into laughing fit as Ellie pouts. Carolyn ignores the two of you and continues the conversation. I don't want to spend another minute in the car until tomorrow. I'll sleep in the tent. Rosie wipes a tear from her eye and turns to face you, suddenly serious. We'll have to fight for it then. Which one are we fighting for? You ask. Kazza snores. Whoever sleep. I snore. You always kick me in the ribs when we... Rosie waves a hand and Carolyn to quiet her. She glares in response. You think about your options. The sky is meant to be clear tonight, and you could watch the stars through the car window. The tent is it's only a two-person tent, but it's slightly too small, and the ground isn't that soft. Alright, how are we settling this? Rosie grins and laughs in a sneaky way. You got two options. Either we scissors, paper, rock for it, or we arm wrestle. She rolls up her sleeve a little further to demonstrate, flexing her scrawny stoner biceps at you. I've done a lot of this. I am actually a lot better at reading out loud for stream than I am in public. Like, I'm a hell of a lot better at this in public, because here, I have one eye looking at me, and that's the eye of the camera, right here. But in real life, if I try and do it, I think that's just fixed my color balance. In real life, I got all those fucking eyes looking at me, and I get nervous as fuck, and I start shaking, and I'm not good at it. I do like reading aloud, though. It is something that I quite enjoy doing. So, first response gets the thing. Are we rock, paper, scissoring, or are we arm wrestling? Press Z for rock, paper, scissors. Press X for arm wrestle. X. I love this. This is why I love crowd playing games. Like, this for me is not backseat playing. This is, we are going through this experience as a group. And that's something that's really important to me. So when I did Life is Strange, I had a huge community of people who'd played through those games who'd never seen someone play Before the Storm before the original Life is Strange. And I wanted to do the prequel before moving in, so I had all the story before I went in. And playing that with a bunch of people who were fanatical about Life is Strange, like they pretty much set up cults around Life is Strange, was really funny because it's like, what do I do now? Press button. Like everyone was telling me what to press. It was great. Rosie hesitates for a moment, still flexing. Alright. Russell, it is. She fidgets and changes position to lean forward and rest her elbow on the ground. You follow suit, pushing your sleeve out of the way. I should warn you, I ain't going easy. I'm terrified, you respond, while Rosie bares her teeth. She flexes her fingers and holds her hand out. Ellie, you referee. No funny business from the girl that M kissed. For me, you just wait. Ellie, the girl that M kissed is the name that we chose based on a line from the last game that we played. And I can't get over it. Ellie crouches down next to you as the two of you glare at each other. Rosie seems to be trying to intimidate you by frowning. As you glare back, two fat little ginger caterpillars pops back into your head and you smirk. Okay, ready. The two of you clasp hands. Get set. Rosie starts pushing already. Hey, you little shit. All's fair in love and tense. Despite her early head start, Rosie struggles to push your hand down. Over a few seconds, you push back. Ellie cheers as you gradually pin her hand to the ground with ease. The girl that M kissed wins! You raise your other hand in the air in victory and Rosie groans. Guess I'll take the 10th then. M's tooted again. Of course. Yep. Yeah, I think it's wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to play the next one. Once we're done with this one, we'll go to your other two. I'm really looking forward to them. You lean back and massage your hand for a moment. You can have the car if you really want. Rosie shakes her head and lets herself flop down onto the grass to lie down. That's cool. Me and Kazza can spend some quality time together. Carolyn peers over the top of her book cautiously. Remember, if we don't get a good night's sleep, I'll fall asleep at the wheel tomorrow and we'll all crash and die. Those were real toots? You put them in your game with permission. Of course you did. We are all about consent here, and we would never share things that are not acceptably public. Hell yeah. She winks up at Carolyn, who rolls her eyes. You turn to look at Ellie, who's fiddling with a handful of daisies. It's you and me then. Ellie smiles at you and holds out her hands. Do you want a daisy chain? I'm nearly done. Sure. God, I haven't seen daisy chain since I was like 9. She finishes it a few minutes later and you wear it on top of your head for the rest of the evening. The kissing. Endless toots about M kissed a girl. Estrogen gel. Ah, we're getting into the serious trans stuff. I take my Prodigy, thank you. I just take mine in pill form. Oh, that's so cute. 4 of you take turns crossing the field to the tiny campsite bathroom. It's not much more than a toilet, stained sink, and a shower cubicle with black something between every tile. You don't spend any longer in there than you have to, running through your nighttime routine with tired practice. Brush teeps, splash water on face, frown in the mirror whilst prodding at a stump of stubble inexplicably thicker than the rest, and rub estrogen gel on your legs. Because you've been in the car all day and not showered, the gel forms little clumps as it evaporates and peels the grime from your thigh. Gross. You give it a moment to dry off, wash your hand, and head back to the car. The sun's dipping below the tree line now, and aside from a bit of breeze, nothing's moving around the site. It's peaceful and quiet, and you walk towards the car and tent. You hogging all the space. It's a two-person tent, not one person and a freaking ant. Oh, sorry. A fucking ant. The line is in the middle there. Yeah, but I've got the bags and shit on my side. Rosie and Carolyn's argument carries through the fabric of the tent, only slightly muffled. You gonna keep whining all night? What, you want me to shut up and lie down, huh? That'd be nice. Yeah, you're gonna make move. As you reach the car, Rosie's voice cuts off for a moment. You can't help but smirk. This happens every time. You open the car door. Thank you. I love that top on you. But that bow tie is like fucking perfect. The car door and Ellie looks up from her Game Boy. Bathroom's free, you say cheerily, nodding your head towards the tent. When is this game based? Like, is this... I just love the idea of someone now going on long road trips with Game Boys. I kind of want to get a Game Boy just for traveling with, because, like... Two of you share a knowing smirk, and Ellie folds the Game Boy shut. Well, if it's a Game Boy shutting, then it'd be a Game Boy Advance? Is that right? Were Game Boy Advances the ones you could shut? I can't remember. You couldn't shut original Game Boys. No, Game Boy Advances were also flat. Advance SP or a DS. Okay. Wait, a DS? No, DS's aren't technically Game Boys, are they? Advance SP, the one with the backlight. There we go. There. Oh god, I want one. You can get one like... You can get a Bulbasaur Game Boy SP. I kind of want it. How much is that? No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I kind of want to get one just so I can play Pokemon Red, Fire Red and Leaf Green again. Two of you share a knowing smirk, and Ellie folds the Game Boy shut and hops out of the car. You need to brush your teeth. Sorry. It's okay. You hear Ellie snigger as she walks away to the bathroom. Takes a couple of minutes to make the back of the car comfortable. The seats fold down, which is handy, but it's difficult arranging the blankets and pillows with little headroom to spare. You've already knocked your head on the stupid coat rack thing over the door. Whoever uses them. Eventually you settle down as Ellie reappears fairly quickly. She carefully takes her shoes off before climbing in. The bathroom was icky. Yeah, you don't waste any time. She nods and rummages in her pocket for a second. Can you hold these? She asks and passes you her own sachets of gel. Sure, you reply as she smiles to you gratefully. You didn't do it in the bathroom? Icky, remember? She starts wiggling out of the skirt, carefully keeping her head low. I thought about getting these, like, dirt and spiders and stuff stuck to my legs. Ew, yeah, I can say why. Tea is still too hot. Can't help but laugh a little bit. She pouts in response and holds out her hands for the sachets when ready. You pass them over and politely look away. She starts to apply it to her legs. You don't have to look away, you know. It felt kind of weird to watch. She shrugs and finishes in companionable silence. When done, she hunts around for a bottle of water. You lean over the passenger seat and grab one. Ellie smiles when you pass it to her. Carefully, she leans open the door and leans out to rinse her hands. As she does so, you hear the tent unzip and Rosie climbs out. The two of you look up at her and she freezes momentarily. She's blushing. Oh, hey. Hi, Rosie. Bathroom's free, you say, if you want to brush your teeth. She turns away and coughs. Thanks. She crosses the campsite. Ellie finishes up and climbs back into the car. She spends a minute getting comfortable into the blankets next to you before turning over to face you. Don't you think it's cute? Huh? How she, like, gets all soft when Carolyn gives her any affection. Oh, yeah. Her, like, whole dynamic changes. You prop yourself up on one elbow. She's not like that with you? No, she's all cool and bossy. Ellie blushes slightly now. Maybe you just need to boss her around. I don't think I have it in me. Strong bottom energy with this one. You reach out and ruffle her hair. She wiggles away in protest, but after a moment reaches out and takes your hand in hers. Your problem is you're too cute to be bossy, you say. Seriously, I never know if I want to dress you up or eat you up. She blushes hard and buries her face in the pillow. This is how you do flirting. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that. You laugh and lean across to kiss her neck. She lets out a breath and turns her head to face you. You kiss her again, on the lips this time, and wriggles around to make it easier. Freya, question, is everyone in this game in a polycule? Just curious. Like, I'm not quite sure what the dynamics are here, but everyone seems to be into everyone else, so I'm guessing it's a polycule going on. You kiss her again on the lips this time. She wriggles around to make it easier. Yes, they are. Wonderful. After a moment, she puts her hand on your chest and gently pushes you back. You withdraw and open your eyes again. Ellie bites her lip for a moment, staring up at you. You okay? Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling up to it right now. That's okay, you reply, and gently stroke the side of her cheek. She nuzzles her head into your hand. We can just, like, cuddle, though? Aww. Ellie is... You've been meaning to play this one? Highly recommend it. Sometime later, you gradually become aware of being awake. How you doing, Armless? It's dark outside now. Really dark. You haven't reached your proper destination yet, but it's still a far cry from the city the four of you live in. You take a deep breath and shift your body a fraction to gaze out the window. The stars only just illuminate everything in a muted grey. Ellie stirs, head on your chest, and mumbles something. After a quiet moment, you feel her wake up properly and she raises her head to look around sleepily. Sorry if I woke you. Yeah, I wasn't really sleeping. No? I had a lot of sugar today. You can't help but let out a sort of laughter. Ellie frowns up at you. Meanie. Alive, drawn. I'm doing well. I'm having a lovely session. This is the day that I look forward to every week. The digital diversity days are the days that I stream for. If that doesn't sound weird. Like, the rest of the week, I would give up in a heartbeat if it meant I could do, like, if I had to do this. It's a day I get to play those games that I never see anyone else playing, that I want to see other people playing, that I fall in love with immediately. And honestly, I don't think I've played a single game on, like, even before when this was the Queer It Up Sunday stream, that I haven't had a single session that I haven't fallen in love with something. And so far I've played one game by La Onion Boy, and I've played one game by Freya, and I've fallen in love with the both of them. So, it's a good day. It's a good day. Hearts for you all. Sorry, just, I don't know. Relax a bit. I love the trans pride colors going on here. This is gorgeous. You stroke her hair a few times and she leans her head back on your chest with a sigh. A few minutes pass, or maybe an hour. It's dark and quiet and you can't really tell. The only sign of anything is counting each other's gentle breaths. The only sign... Oh, whoop. Hey. What are you going to wish for tomorrow? You glanced out at her, but she's still leaning on her head on your chest, kind of taking it to the wall. You too, huh? Rosie asked me that yesterday. Oh? She wriggles a little bit to get comfy, wrapping her legs over one of yours. So what did you say? You try to remember. Your brain kind of moves slow this time of night. I wish to be able to accept myself. Ellie doesn't reply for a moment. You almost think she's fallen asleep again, but then she stirs. I don't know what I'm going to wish for, she says quietly. There's so many things that I want to change. Body, money, location, uni, family. Fuck. feels. Big mood. But I wouldn't have met you three if all of this was different. You pause for a moment before pulling her a little closer to you. You're sweet. You're right, too. But I don't think there's any harm in wishing for things to be better. We can hope for a bright future and still cherish the things as they are now. Two of you are quiet for a moment. You get really thinky at night, I guess. It's nice. It's not that different. You, but more you. Thanks, I think. She wriggles around again and glances up at you for a moment before turning over and lying on her side away from you. Can you... You roll over as well and gently wrap your arm around her from behind, the ends of your hair tickling your nose. She sighs and nestles into the hollow left by your curled up legs. Spooning! After a moment she talks again, facing away from you now. It feels weird, she says. I wish all this would go on forever. You and me and Rosie and Carolyn, car trips in this long summer. But also for things to change. How can I do both? She hesitates for a moment. Oh! You frown and she lifts an arm up from under the blanket to point at the window. I saw a shooting star. I thought the shower was tomorrow. You stare out the window at the stars in the sky. After a moment, an answer comes to you. Maybe that one was special. The universe heard you, and that shooting star was your wish. And all this will go on forever. Fuck. Feels. Ah. I'm having feels all over the place and it hurts. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just... It's a digital diversity stream. I'm gonna have feels. It's gonna happen. Oh, you love these games that they always destroy and I feel bad and yeah. Hey, all this will go on forever. Just remember that. So, there you go. There is our first game from Freya. There are other ways you can play through it, of course. I'm okay. Okay. Next, we have two more games by Le Onion Boy. We have A Night at Manster Mansion, and we have A Day in the Life of a Sea Witch. Which are we going to play first? I'll let you decide. We played a Boo earlier, and it was good. It was very good. So what are we going to play? So we'll do these two, and then we'll do the tower. Because the tower looks like it has the strongest content. Sea Witch! Sea Witch! Yoink! Can we move this across a little bit? There we go. That'll do. Dun, 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 dun. A Day in the Life of a Sea Witch by Le Onion Boy. How do I make it? There we go. The Sea Witch. A powerful entity feared and revered by every creature in the whole ocean. They say you mustn't seek them out, but if you do, you must be very careful. Tricky people, those witches, be ready to lose something dear in exchange for their service. They will turn you into a polyp if you give them a bad Yelp review. See, I love this, and down, we'll move this out of the way, over here. Like, if you look down the bottom here, you've got these little icons that show when something's gonna happen. Which I think is very cute. And now, deep in a cave on the edge of Mermaidia, a lone mermaid seeks to make a deal with the devil itself. Welcome, welcome. Don't worry, we've played Boo by the Onion Boy. We've played All This Will Go On Forever by Freya. Before we go further, this session, of course, will be up on my YouTube channel at the end of once I've done streaming it. So welcome to watch these later if you've missed anything. Yeah, you might want to go back after this session and watch from the start. Just saying. Just saying. But welcome, welcome. Lone Mermaid seeks to make a deal with the devil itself. Sandy, Nessie, you gotta help me. Come on. I just need a tiny little, totally minuscule potion. Sandy, that's a lot of work for something I don't think you even need. Plus, it's dangerous. You can just admit you can't do it yet. You're still learning and stuff. What? No, I can do it. I'm super good at potions. It's okay to admit you can't do everything yet. I totally can do it. So, you'll make it? Are you sure that's wise? Isn't it dangerous? It's totally okay if you don't make it. Just you wait, I'll make it. I'll show you. Yay, thanks. I love the emoticons. You tricked me. I love you too. Heck off, monster. Aww. Are they texting each other? I don't actually have all the ingredients for this kind of potion, though. My mum used up all that was left. Where can you get them? Here and there, around the town, I guess? I'll help you. Thanks. Where should I start? I need some galadium long pipes. Look underwater, you can make all sorts of sounds. Yep. You make the sound in a bubble, and the bubble visualizes it. You can count on me. Thanks. And now that Sandy is out of the way, Nessie can go peacefully find all the dumb ingredients. The magic bubble should help to locate them. You need the following ingredients. A glowing tear, a shiny coin, some colourful scraps, some jelly toxins, a sharp tooth, a pretty pearl. You don't have I want to get in the pot! A big jug full of snakes. Well, of course, very important for a household to have, apparently. Get in the pot! Hey, fish! Get in the bubble! Shh! What? Shh! Hi, Ness! Hey, Star! Oh my god, I'm gonna be planning the best party ever. Is there an occasion? Not at all. Starlet jumps and throws confetti in the air. Alright then. Nessie picks up some spaghetti and puts it in their non-existent pockets. but I want to go down to the shell. Hey! Sup? Just hanging out there? Mostly hiding from AJ at the moment. Oh, they just keep going on and on about their band, and it's like, dude, I'm in the band. You wouldn't be laughing you're in my shoes. AJ doesn't seem too bad. That's because they know not to annoy you. Is she? Hello, sir. Sir Arthur of Mermaidia Yard. Better not be doing anything illegal. Of course not. Don't know. So fucking cute. It's... Hey Nessie, I'm like so close to finding the jelly? Long pipes? Seaweed? Thanks for helping out. It's totally no problem. I don't remember this part of The Little Mermaid, just saying. Hey Nessie. Hey Pearls. Did you see the new cafe that's opened up in the other town? No, I haven't had time to go anywhere. Oh well, I'm hoping a cafe will open in our little corner of the world. That'd be nice. I really want some frozen lemonade without having to go out of my way. Yeah, that's the dream. You found a purple sea urchin! With a cat on top of it. Oh, that combination of the light pink and the blue. Like, you can barely see it. Kitty cat. Meow. Guessing I can't do it, like... Meow purr. You're a good kitty. Purr. Oh. Let's talk the octopus. Hey kiddo, what's up? Just doing some stuff? Want to check out my juggling skills? Sure. I love that everyone talks in internet speak. Coral shows off their juggling skills. They start off strong, and Nessie seems actually impressed. Then the balls uncurl, and they are fish. Nessie shakes their head as Coral feels embarrassed by their cheating. Shame on you. I have to talk to people more than once, or so 2-3 lines. Okay. Hey, Ness. Hey, did you see? See what? My band's poster. We're going to play on Mermaidia Day. It's going to be a blast. That's nice. You should come. I'll think about it. Oh yeah, I found this pearl. My papa's necklace broke earlier. Oh no! That was fine. They're going to make some earrings now. And don't need this one anymore. I just don't know what to do with this one. Do you want it? Sure. Why not? Get a pearl. Oh, okay. Promise you'll actually think about coming to my band's performance. Alright. Sorry about that. I mean, come on, you didn't really think I could juggle underwater. You did? Oh my god, you're so cute. Well, it's not like magic exists here. Why couldn't juggling be a thing? You never change, never lose your sense of wonder. Back in my days. Oh, fudge off. Alright, so we have to go back and talk to a bunch of people again. People, fish, turtles. I wish we could get a Mertens here. I mean, what kind of Mermaidia are we if we don't even have a Mertens? Mertens Tim Hortons. Yep, I see the... Yep, I get it. I get it. Is Canadian joke, I believe. Is Canadian joke? Is unplugging my own headphones joke. I'm Canadian? Yep, I figured that'd be a Canadian joke. Well, even if the let you're like, is it the same everywhere? True. Maybe we should make a petition. If you make it, I'll sign it. Nessie, yeah? Thrust a piece of pressed coral into Nessie's face. Looky, looky. You said you'd sign it. Alright. Signs the petition anyway. I hope this works. Is this a seaweed thing you need? No, sorry. Damn, those are hard to find. Yeah. It's okay, I won't give up. Okay, let's try back here. You two should check out our band on Mermaidia Day. We're gonna be performing. Maybe I will. We've been practicing. I think we're finally starting to sound good together. That's nice. We even got Neon to agree to sing a couple of songs. Ooh, I love their songs. They have such a pretty voice. God, they're so good. So when are you gonna ask Neon out? But what? Lamau. Don't you dare tease me about it. What am I even supposed to do? They're so perfect. What? Do I just walk up to them and say, hey, date me? That's crazy. I mean, that's ideally what you should do. Fine. Found another purple sea urchin. Is there more of this? I'm trying to listen to this cool podcast. My earbuds are kind of messed up, but I don't have any other ones, so... Oh, I'll leave you to it. Okay. It's gotta be... What else do we need? Stuff. Good luck with party preparations. Okay, I think that's... Unless we get another one. We gotta find the rest of this stuff. Fishy. Sir. Better not be doing anything illegal. Don't tell us what to do. Okay, so we can't go left, so we do have to just keep going right. Let me know if I've missed anything. It's a kitty in a jumper! Sweater buddy! Sweater buddy! Sweater buddy! Sweater buddy! Guys, winks at Nessie. Nessie winks at Yargis. Frankly, I think it's gotten a bit too warm to wear a sweater. Yeah, it's a bit too much to swim on the town, but it's nice in my cave at least. That's nice. I've taken to swimming to the deep water every now and then. Yeah, I generally don't stay there too long. I hate how I don't like the cold, but the warmth isn't that much better. I just want to wear a sweater forever. Same. I wish it was sweater weather all the time. I guess I'll suffer. They're so cute! Fuck. Nessie, girl, how are you? Alright, I'm sorry. Nessie, buddy, how are you? I'm good, just looking for stuff. For a potion. Yeah. Anything I can help you with? Well, I do need some jellyfish toxin. Sure, I can give you some, but I need some algae to make some... I kinda used some up. I'll get you some. Okay, so I need algae. I'm going through a goth emo phase. I'm like, oh, just forget about her. But I guess breakups are never easy. Oh. Well, she became a goth girlfriend before this, but like the emo thing is new. I see. Alright, so we need algae. Let's stick to one level first and we'll go from there. It was a lobster! It was a rock. It was a rock. Lobster. Hello, Whiskers! Hello, Nessie. Thanks for the potion last night. No problem. My claw feels so much better now. I'm glad to hear it. Let me know if you'll be needing another one. Have a nice day. Thanks. Okay, so I don't get anything from them. We're not gonna talk to a clam. Did I end up on the other side of the screen? Weird. What? Whale. It's a whale. Hey, babes. Hey, Hunter. Do you need a tooth? Anyone you can talk to has a bubble. Okay. A tooth? I was fighting this dude behind the swimming lot of McMurnalds. God, that's a weird one. You're more of a hoodie boy? I need some better hoodies. McMurnalds. Try and say that Try and say McMurnalds 3 times really fast. It's actually kind of difficult. While I was trying to talk them down, they just like punched me and I totally beat their ass afterwards, but my tooth was all wobbly and now it fell out. Do you need a tooth? Sure. Hunter gives you their bloody tooth. It's kinda gross. Do you think I'm still hot? You put the game on my list, the game gets streamed. That's the way this situation goes. Heads up to anyone else watching that these games are all games that are sent to added to a list for me by folks within the queer community. If you are part of the LGBTQIA+ community, let me know of your game and I will stream it. If it contains content that I cannot stream, I will talk to you about it. That is what we do here. If, you know, I might have to come to you later, La Onion Boy, and talk about your games. But yes, be known that if the game goes on the list, there is a high chance of it getting streamed. So, if you have content in there that you didn't expect to be read out loud, that's your fault and not mine. Where am I? I'm over here. What's bringing this on? I guess, like, scars are one thing, plenty of people are into them, which works out for me, but a missing tooth? I mean, I can probably make you a fake tooth we can magic into your mouth. Ooh, can it be silver with some cool design? Sure. Thanks, babes. Let me have a look at the list. Yeah. Yours and Freya's games are, like, right next to each other. There's a 1 game gap between your 3 and Freya's 2. Yeah, this was the 2nd game you put on the list. Because it went Night at Manster Mansion, Day in the Life as Sea Witch, and Boo. So we're kind of doing them in kind of reverse today. You did put Onion Boy did put a bunch of games on the list, which is why I want to do them as bulk. I like Hunter. Hunter's cool. It's just one big eye. Mr. Whale Shark. Hello, Nessie. Hello, Mr. Whale. Lovely day we're having, isn't it? Ah, we all had terrible memories. It's okay. It is nice. My husband has just gotten back from visiting their mother and brought back their coin collection. Oh wow, is that human shiny things my mum told me about, right? Indeed. Cool. Mr. Whale Shark's like one of the only ones I want to do voices for because I just like the idea of it. Are coins really actually shiny? Well, some are, and others are more dull, I suppose. I heard they are made with material not native to the ocean. Yes, I think that is true. Many human things are made of materials that don't really exist here. Honestly, I think we are all better off without all that junk. Yeah, 100%. So you aren't really fond of coins either? Coins aren't too bad, but in general I am indeed not a fan of human things. Mood. I see. Wow, we've done that one. I want to talk to Mr. Whale Shark more. Oh no, you stepped on the sea urchin! Stepped on me? Stepped on me? Are you kidding? This guy was dancing on me. I mean, I just look at this. Broken, broken, broken. Gone, gone, broken, broken, broken. I'm so sorry. Kids these days. I feel terrible all of a sudden. some glowing algae. Let's get something. That's a surf subreddit. Okay. Her girlfriend honestly didn't even deserve her. Like, my sister's such a good person. Yeah. Maybe a little blunt and standoffish, but like deep, deep, deep down, she's got a heart of gold. And if some stupid mer can't see that, then they totally don't deserve my sister. You're a good sibling. Okay. I thought we got the algae. Maybe... I'm guessing I shouldn't keep stepping on the algae. Aww, this one's really cute, and they've got like the anglerfish thing. Snip. Florence, what's wrong? Jules broke up with me. What? But... yeah, look, I don't really want to talk about it. Okay? Straight to the left, okay. As he sneaks up and steals a glowing tear before it hits the sandy ground. Well, I'm officially the worst friend. Flotsam Jr. That one is a Little Mermaid joke. Because Flotsam and Jetsam are the two eels from the Little Mermaid. Hey nerd. Hey nerd. Rude. Tough shit. Fair enough, so what's up? Just chillin'. Huh. Did you the play last night? Sadly not, I had to finish up a potion. Sucks. It was a Merthy mystery. Merthy mystery. It was like Mermy and Merpence were asked to solve the case of the counterfeit sand dollars by Inspector Murriott. The purple sea urchin's a Freddy Fish reference, and Mermaidia is a Barbie reference, of course. Don't spoil it for me. Sorry. Hope I can go to the play tomorrow. Hope so too. I really need someone to talk to. You can wait. Alright. It's a lumpfish! Oh, blobfish? What are these called? Lumpfish or blobfishes? Are they blobfishes? I can't remember, but they're like... I love them. They're weird. Life. Mood. Blob. Hey fans! Hey Jules. Okay. Another bit of glowing algae. Aww. Hi Ness. Hey Neon. Do you mind helping me out? Sure. I'm trying to decide what to wear for a show. I'm going to be singing with Panic at the seafloor. Okay, I'll go back to the blog. Panic at the Disco reference? Really? Isn't one of Panic at the Disco's members trans? I can't remember. It was some... I remember reading something about that recently. So just look nice for KJ? What? No! So transparent. Nessie snickers and neon pouts crossing her arms and blushing. But what should I wear? Something cute. Fire at the Disco Fire Parrot. How you doing, Ray? All my clothes are cute. Neon, all I wear is sweaters. I'm really not good at clothes. Let's go back to the blob. I'm just gonna talk to the blob. Twitch and music are helping today. Always here for you. Why are we just hanging out with the blob? We're just here with the blob today. Blob is our friend. Blob is mood. Anything we've missed down here? We've done all that. We've done all that. Nothing else to the left. Hey, I was wondering if... Okay. Wait a sec. Don't tell me these two just broke up with each other under a misunderstanding. Getting in the middle of this... Okay, do we have enough algae? Hey June, here! Nessa gives June some algae. Oh thanks, no problem. Give me a little moment. June eats the algae. June tenses her squishy, see-through hot bod that she achieved through yoga. June produces some toxin. June and Nessie panic since Nessie, the idiot, didn't bring any containers. They find a plastic bag floating. June gives Nessie a plastic bag full of jellyfish toxin. Well, that felt crazy. Nesbot, you gotta be more prepared. Don't judge me. Okay, we got jellyfish toxin. Further to the left, was that it? No. No. Damn, not having an inventory system, it really throws me. Okay, down is... Grab the other purple. Okay. Another purple sea urchin. Okay, so we've got the sea urchins. What are we missing? Talk to everyone here until we can't talk to them anymore. Ingredients you have. You have one glowing tear. You don't have a shiny coin. You have jellyfish, colorful scraps, you have jellyfish toxin, you have a sharp tooth, and you have a pretty pearl. Okay, so we still need a shiny coin. Who was the boyfriend? We need to find the whale's husband. Is the whale's husband we need? What's that you got there, dearie? Oh, just some sea urchins I found. Oh, sea urchins, I still remember the days when those were the currency of the ocean. Hey Cam, how you doing? Really? Sadly, yes. It was way before many really thought about how urchins felt about it themselves. Oh no, should I have left them alone? Oh no, most sea urchins are quite happy to find someone they can use to go travel farther than they can go themselves. Oh. Wait, I should be using those. You can give them to me and I'll ask them where they want to go. I speak a good amount of the urchin language. Oh yeah, sure, here. Nessa gives the sea urchins to Mr. Whale Shark. Mr. Whale Shark? Yes, dearie. Does your husband have any coins they don't really need? I have this coin that they gave me. Oh no, gosh, that's yours and stuff. Oh, I don't mind, dearie. Here, have it. Mr. Whale Shark gives a coin to Nessie. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Yeah, it's one of those days. It's been that sort of time, but y'all know that you can come to me if you need to talk. I'm always around. So, we should have the ingredients you have. We have a glowing tear, a shiny coin, colorful scraps, jellyfish toxin, tooth, and a pretty pearl. You have collected all the ingredients! Please stand by as the potion is brewing. Whoosh! Suddenly music got louder. And so the potion is done. Sandy, hey Nessie, I still couldn't find... It's okay, I finished it. Wow, awesome! Gimme, gimme! Just be careful. Nessie gives the potion to Sandy. Whoosh clunk. Sandy! Oops! I'm gonna kill you! Sandy has used the move Flee. Nessie used the counter move Run after your best friend. And now the cave is empty. And so concludes our glimpse into the life of a sea witch. That was very cute. That was super cute. And we're going to do one more of the Onion Boys games today before we move on to Freya's second game. A Night at Manster Mansion. This one looks very fun. Boink. Let's launch it. And we'll see how we go. And we probably move this across. What? There we go. Thank you, lad bike. Alright, we ready for game 3? We ready for game 3? I'm ready for game 3. No, this would be game 4. Wait. Yes, this is 4. I'm not used to playing so many games in one stream, but I think this is what we needed. This is what we needed to do. It was an hour past midnight when I was woken up by a phone call. Ring, ring, ring. There's been a murder at the Manster Mansion. Get your ass down here. Sighing, I got out of bed, and a few minutes later I was grabbing my coat and gun and walking through the door. At least my car was back from the garage. Oh, do I need to put this in, like, proper film noir style voice? 3 bullets was nothing much, bud, in my line of work. My name is Neo, and I've got some of the worst luck in the world. Maybe I should have chosen a different job. It's so cute! This is so freaking adorable! Okay, this music is so good too. Detective Neo, you sure took your sweet time, my guy. Buzz off, Stoker. Unlike you, I don't suffer from insomnia. That much. Sure, lol. And this is Stoker, a jolly good chap that's a pain in the ass, but at least they're reliable most of the time. Last game was your own music. Free music for this game, basically. Free music from YouTube. I like it. I need to work out music for my game. Figure out what I'm doing with it. So what's the deal? In there? Who knows, lol? They haven't let me in at all. Huh. I don't think they'll let me in either. One cop is enough to ruffle their feathers, and I'd rather not take my chances. So I may as well be walking into a trap. It's been nice knowing you. Go on, or are you scared, lol? Any reasonable person would be scared to go in, so of course, I'm scared shitless. Lamau, my guy. And here goes nothing. Knock, knock, knock. The Manster Mansion. Truly a lavish place, not for mere mortals. Some of the cruelest people in the world gathered here to commit all sorts of sins and crimes. Frankly, I was amazed even to be allowed to come this close. They had a rather nasty habit of killing any cop just barely glancing in the direction of their business. Welcome, sir. The young master has been expecting you. The butler seemed to appear out of thin air. Yeah, the sprites are really good. I like it. And I love the Christmas tree. No, really, they did. Oh, my tongue felt tied with a sturdy sailor knot. Not something easily resolved. At least they didn't wait for me to speak. Right in front of you, sir. Thank you. Do not keep the young master waiting, sir. Gulp, of course not. And there they were, the young master. What? Shit. Damn, they were hot. Turns out that trying to change the volume on this thing moves the text forward. Gun shut and I rushed out of the roof and found... Are you listening to me, detective? Their eyes were deep sort of red, like fancy wine, or maybe fresh blood, and those cheekbones. Honestly, human, your species is really quite stupid. They were truly mesmerizing, like something out of this world. Detective Neo, Glaze. Yes. You heard a gunshot on the roof and rushed there. So you were paying attention, Detective? Of course. So, I need to see the crime scene. Of course, the stairs to the roof is straight ahead. Well, one thing was clear. I was very truly screwed. The roof, Detective. Yes, of course, I'm going. Francisca's right-hand man, a fearsome being capable of the most horrid torture known to man. No one knows their name. God damn it, Mum! My name is Jeff, not Jeffy or Gigi. Quit it! What are you looking at? Get out of my sight, mortal! I better leave them alone. Damn it, Mom, my name is Jeff! I never thought I'd be saying that in my life. Lily Manster, a ruthless hitman known for their especially brutal methods. It's quite chilling just being in their presence. Hey dude, move along, I'm busy. They do seem to be glued to their phone, taking Snapchat selfies. Well, no judgment there. The filters are very fun. I guess even hitmen like them. Okay, I just need to make sure I change my own volume outside of conversation. This game is so good. Johnny Manster. They're an information broker, and truly there is nothing they cannot find out. They also have one of the most famous puppy Instagrams. God, the videos are adorable. It's almost criminal. Move along, Buster. And no, I don't give autographs. Yeesh. This feels like that stair simulator that was designed for the nostalgia market, like going downstairs in King's Quest, like the original King's Quests. What was it, Stair Quest or something like that? Like, I feel like if I step across, I'm gonna fall to my death. The doorknob rattled but stayed locked. Stair Quest, yeah! Of course you'd know it. As soon as I stepped onto the roof, I felt sick. The air was stale, sour. Even though we were outside. The corpse, no. Francisca. They laid in an ocean of blood. A single gunshot to the chest. The gun was lying right there. Such a formidable being. More an icon of terror than a person. Struck down in such a simple way. Somehow this scared me more than anything. A true monster was behind this, and there was no way I would come out alive. It was all too much. Yes, someone killed my parent. I didn't. No one outside the family knows, and it better stay that way. Until this is sorted out, I understand. Good. Now do your little detective thing. And don't let me down. Have you found anything yet? No. Then go look. Oh, a recently smoked cigarette. The murderer? Or the victim? Or maybe no one of interest at all? The body looked beautiful in the pool of blood. The glow of the moon casting a sort of glow around them. There was something peaceful about it. Melancholy, but the smell. Oh God, the smell. So pungent. It was a good thing I hadn't eaten before bed. I'm sure I would have been retching my guts out. Getting down on my knees, mindful of the blood everywhere. There really was only one gun wound as far as I could see. Giving one last glance, I couldn't help but shiver. Those eyes. Somehow I knew they, too, were meant to be red. But now, all that showed was the reflection of the night sky and those glassy domes. The inhumanity of it all I'm not sure what it was. I'd seen many crime scenes, so many murders before, more brutal than this, and yet, my unease was choking me. God, this is such a film noir, and I love it. Like, this feels like Malone era film noir. The gun, only been fired once. Very clean, sterile. Probably no fingerprints. Everyone here knows to wear gloves. Been clanking away on my keyboard as I wrote the shit with whatever code I had. It's so good. Have you found anything? They looked so serious. Of course. But why hadn't they conducted any investigation themselves? Yes, but I was wondering. Why I haven't checked it out myself? Yeah. I'm not an investigator, detective. I'm more of a glorified cleaner. I hadn't known that. I tried not to show that this was new information for me. No one truly knew what Christophel Monster did. Channel the Denver Juno Steel for the podcast. Nice. They were a dark horse. I feared trampling all over the evidence. I do not trust anyone in my family. I see. Your parent was killed by a single gunshot in the chest, as far as I can see. But you could already see that too. The gun looks clean. We could check it for fingerprints, but doubtful. Indeed, everyone wears gloves. I couldn't get a read on them. I thought maybe I could feel the sadness of losing a parent, but they were like a stone wall. I really hoped to find a crack, a loose stone, anything to get a peek at the real person behind. Do you smoke? I beg your pardon? There's a recent cigarette in the ashtray. Oh, well, yes, that was me. I think I smoked just before the murder. Oh, am I a suspect now? Everyone is a suspect. They smiled, as they were sharing some kind of inside joke. God, I shouldn't have felt so breathless. But here I was. Where to now, detective? The sudden shift of conversation had me disoriented. For a moment. We should probably talk to everyone. Everyone is on the first floor. You've seen everyone here but McSmoney. I like the mix. It makes me happy. Who? Our housekeeper and cook, who is most likely in the kitchen at this moment. Oh, I see. Don't worry, I will help you get a chance to talk. They wouldn't dare ignore you. Everyone's non-binary. Fucking win. Just one game where everyone's non-binary. Thank you. You've given me fucking hope. Let's go. Alright, now I've got to remember how to do these voices. I took a deep breath and yelled YOLO in my mind. Hello, I'd like to ask some questions about the murder of France. Of course you do. My time is money. $500 per question seems reasonable, I don't. Knock it off, Johnny. Johnny giggled. Aw, but look how cute they look. What even is their yearly income? They looked like they took a moment to actually think about it before they burst out laughing. That really didn't make me feel good. Yeah, I'm poor. I grumbled. Honestly, Johnny, behave. Are you even sure you want me to? They gave me a sly smile, and then winked at me? I turned to Chris and just barely caught them glaring back. Did Johnny know something? I'll tell you if you give me a little kiss. Before I could open my mouth to explain why I couldn't do that, Chris took my arm and dragged me away. All I could hear was Johnny giggling. Johnny's creepy. Coming close to Lily Manster once more, I clear my throat. They seem otherwise occupied on their phone. Hello, I'd like to speak to you about the murder. Well, I'd liked about if you ripped your tongue out and never talked to me again. Their eyes never left their phone. Well now, Lily, that's not very nice. I don't care, I'm busy. Not too busy to talk to the detective? It wasn't a suggestion. Their eyes snapped to Chris. I think I'm quite busy. They rolled their eyes. Hey, you shouldn't talk to the new boss like that. New boss? Who told you that? Lily laughed. Then they gave me such a smug look. Don't even listen to this fool. Everyone knows Cousin Jeff is the new boss.
Cousin Jeff.
It may be the result of too much Eddie Izzard growing up, but I can't deal with the name Jeff without grinning these days. Their own parent didn't trust them with inheriting the business. They turned to Chris and sneered. There's no reason to be so rude. Chris seemed surprised by my outburst and Lily seemed amused. That's why you chose Jeff? Sending you a fist bump. Aw, it's this little human protecting our honor. How adorable. Chris rolled their eyes and I realized this was the end of this conversation. Jeff Manster. Truly terrifying, but I had to talk to them. Hello. Can't you see I'm busy on the phone? It's fine. We'll talk to Jeff later. Come on, little detective. Let's talk to the others. The butler. Another enigma. Hello. I'd like to speak to you about the murder of Francisca Manster. The butler didn't look at me. They glanced at Chris, and getting confirmation from them, they seemed to have decided to speak to me, thankfully. What would you like to know? Well, have you seen Francisca Manster before they were killed? Were they acting in any strange way? No, they were acting as usual, and mostly here until they went upstairs. Did anyone go to the roof in that time? Jeff did. Francisca wanted to discuss something with them. Oh. Anything else you wish to know? I haven't got the whole day, you know. And, they raised an eyebrow. Did anyone else go to the roof? Well, I did, little detective. I already told you that I smoked up there. Ah, yeah. I caught the subtle look as the butler gave Chris, but I wasn't sure what it meant. Was it Chris who discovered the body? No, it was Jeff. Jeff was the last person to see Francisca alive? Chris smoked before? Yes. But was... Sorry, detective, sir, but I've got no more time to dilly-dally. Ah. I turned to Chris, but they seemed unapologetic. Well, I did get some interesting information. Well, that seems to be everyone. You haven't talked to Mix Money, to the detective. Oh, they're probably in the kitchen. That's just to the right of this room. I see. Let's go then. It's a little window. Seems you're peeking into the kitchen. It happens with dialogue. I've been having the problem writing out in Ren'Py as well, when you have to remember whether you're going character speak, narrator speak, and stuff like that. You shouldn't be here! They glared at me. Out of my kitchen! Mix Money. The housekeeper. A complete mystery to me. It's alright, they are with me. I've asked him, you can hear me go, oh wait, who am I talking as this time? I've asked them to investigate Francisca's murder. They immediately softened when they heard Chris's voice. Oh, of course, darling. If you say so. Turning to look at me once more, I tried not to fidget too much. And what does the detective want to know? There isn't a lot that makes me feel that nervous. Well, no, that's a lie. But well, the way they said detective really got under my skin. Using so many hacks already. Understandable. I actually like to learn how Bitsy works. Not necessarily to make something, maybe, but like, I love to learn the underlying mechanics of engines. So I like to learn a little bit of everything. I think that's why I like language as well, because every language has these underlying mechanics that do different things, so that's why I like to learn little bits of them. It was so different then. This wasn't someone having amusement at my expense. This was someone ready to gut me. I was the bug beneath their feet. Not a new feeling, but not a pleasant one regardless. I just need to make sure of everyone's alibis. Hello, hello? Well, I was in the kitchen most of the time. Have you left the kitchen at all? Maybe gone on the roof? No, I've only been in the front room as I was putting out more food and drinks. I'll need to verify that with some of the other guests. The look they gave me was clearly expressed that they thought I was wasting their time. Can you tell me a little about Francisca? Fun colors. My voice acting career is shot. Oh good. They were thoroughly annoyed with me, but the mention of Francisca's name seemed to sadden them enough to forget about their feelings towards me. They looked over at Chris. Your parent was truly the best boss one can have. The best family. This is just the biggest loss. Tears sprang to their eyes. Sometimes I think I forget even the most hardened criminals are still human underneath it all. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Stealing bikes and breaking hearts. Smoking on top of Denny's after a successful heist. All the getaways. Just driving to the beach. Never even stopped after they had you. Remember how you got sand everywhere and they just grabbed you by your feet and shook you to get it all out? You never complained again? They laughed. A sort of choked sound. Thank you, Mix. I don't think I have any more questions at the moment. They looked at it with almost surprise. I think they forgot I was there. And I'm gonna walk away very fast before they kill me or something. Well, that wasn't so bad. I got nothing very useful and ended up making them cry, which I'm sure won't end very well for me. You're exaggerating, my little detective. Yeah, you'll keep me from getting killed. Of course. Well, that did nothing for my insides. Nothing at all. Let's go talk to Jeff! No. Let's go back to talk to Chris again. Well, now that I have talked to everyone, do you have any ideas, little detective? Maybe. But I need to talk to Jeff. They do seem done with their phone call. Yeah, let's go. Jeff Manster. I'd laugh at their name if I wasn't so afraid of them. But I had to talk to everyone. Hello, I'd like to ask some questions about the murder of Francisca Manster. They raised an eyebrow at me. Okay. Where were you at the time of the murder? I don't know! They rolled their eyes, barely looking in my direction at all. Have you seen Francisca today at all? Are you only gonna ask me dumb questions? I don't know why, but I kinda want to give Jeff a Britney voice from Daria. I don't know if that's something you can teach, kind of thing. How about no? I'm busy, pal. Jeff, Why don't you talk to the detective and answer the questions?
Well, Chrissy and I don't feel like doing it, that's all.
You don't want to find out who killed Francisca? Jeff looked at them with such contempt.
Of course I do, but not by this cop you brought in from outside. Whatever are you thinking?
I want no bias. Jeff chuckled.
Sure, I believe that.
Oh, you. You're just a spoilt child.
Well, you're just a disposable glove.
I barely saw what was happening. It happened so fast. One moment Chris yelled, the next, like a wound-up spring, Jeff lunged. Jeff comes from a long line of Jeffs. Their full name is Jeff Manster. Ouch! Detective! Neo! Why? Why do you shield me? Blood. Blood dripped from the scratch on my face. It's my duty to protect. Chris gazed at me as though they were seeing me for the first time. Screw this! Go away, all of you! Jeff turned away and stared at his phone, but I could see the screen was dark. Oh, Satan, you're bleeding everywhere. It's really not that bad. Come on, there's a medkit in the office. Just to the left. They really seem so worried. I shouldn't like the fussing, but it does feel kind of nice. And here is the medkit. We sat in silence as Chris gently cleaned my face. They were even more breathtaking, so close. Ouch! I'm being as gentle as I can here. I know. So have you figured it out by now? You mean is it Jeff? All the talk about bias. I suspected, but everyone knows I don't like them. I don't know if I have enough evidence. It's easy enough to fake some. I looked at Chris. They really were serious. That's illegal. Oh, my little detective. Don't you know who you're talking to? Well, I think I'm done. Your face looks much better now. Thank you. Let's go then. They smiled, and I couldn't help but smile back. Not everyone seemed that terrible in this place. We're gonna end up with Chris. Quick, hide behind the Christmas tree. No one will see us. Gay. Yep. Jeff Manster, you are under arrest for the suspicion of murdering Francisca Manster. Everything you say will and can be used against you.
What?
You heard me.
This is all that bastard's plan, isn't it?
They pointed at Chris, anger and maybe a little bit of fear flashing in their eyes.
You have no evidence against me.
You can plead your case back at the station.
I didn't kill them.
Please put your hands behind your back.
The gunshot sounded the moment I opened the door. I didn't even see who did it.
A likely story. Chris sneered. You killed my parent and now you can't even admit it.
I didn't.
I put the handcuffs on Jeff's hands and directed them to the door. The rest Stoker can handle. Thank you for catching my mother's murderer. Well, it's not exactly confirmed. Nonsense. You're my hero. I felt that my cheeks heat up. Yeah, guess I'm gonna go take them to the station now. Of course, you must go. You can come back anytime when I'm home. Yeah, I wouldn't trust your family. They laughed and though I said something truly funny. I don't think they'll do anything to you unless I say something. Goodbye now. Bye-bye, my little detective. With a heavy heart, I left. So that criminal is in the car. Oh, come on, dude. You got the guy. I don't know. It's not like you miss anything. Something still doesn't feel right. Is that your gut talking? I guess. Something just didn't seem to fit. After hearing Jeff's outbursts, I felt like I got a valuable clue. I'm gonna be back in... I need to check something. The roof. It might still be there. But where's the body? Oh, I've already made arrangements to bury it in the family graveyard. I whipped my head around to stare at the one person I didn't wish to see here. Chris. Hello, my little detective. Oh, did you figure it out? They seemed so nonchalant. Chris. They rolled their eyes. Why? They sighed. Oh, Neo, you're such a darling. No. No. I didn't want this to be true. Oh, don't look so glum, my dear. You killed your own parent. Well, frankly, it was a gamble. The enchantment would shoot whoever was the first on the roof, whether it was my own mother or Jeff. I had no way of knowing. You killed your own parent? Yes, but that was unlucky. You invited me here just for this. Well, I had to have someone get Jeff convicted. They're just arrest of semantics, my dear. I'm sure you'll be taken off the case anyway, and then with my evidence, Jeff will be stuck in jail until an unlucky accident befalls them. You used me! Just a little, my hero. You mean you're fool? A bit harsh on yourself you are, my dear. I'm not your dear. They actually looked saddened by that. Like my outburst surprised them. Oh, Neo, why don't you join me? What? There's something about you. You're so weak, so human, so mortal. And yet, you protected me. Oh, how I want you. You're a monster! Well, you are right. My family comes from a long line of monsters. We even know magic. I could teach you. Even if you try to correct your mistakes, it won't change anything. Jeff crossed my path and now they're doomed. You're either with me or you're not. It's your choice, but choose wisely. Their red eyes shone with conviction. I had no clue what to do. This was the hardest choice I had to make. Convict an innocent man who's done many crimes. My traitorous mind chimed in. Or test my fate with Chris. A literal monster in every sense of the word. Think about it. But not too long. Goodbye, my dear Neo. Monster romance, monster romance, monster romance. Fuck it, they're all bad anyway. Let's fucking do it. It's lovely to see here, my dear Neo. Have you decided to join me, or did you want to see me for the last time? They sat on the couch, drinking a glass of something. All poised and unruffled, but there was something. I could feel the falseness. The way their eyes avoided mine, like they didn't want to see my rejection. I'll join you. Their eyes snapped to mine. I could feel the suspicion and surprise. A trap wouldn't work, my dear Neo. You won't be able to prove anything, no matter how much you spy on me. I wasn't... No? No. They looked at me, really looked at me. I had no idea why I was doing this. No logical explanation, but they must have seen I was truly choosing this. A smile of such joy spread across their lovely face, making it just that more beautiful. They looked human. Maybe it wasn't hopelessness. Come here. They motioned, and like a paperclip to a magnet, I sailed into their arms. Our lips just limped inches apart. I stepped onto my tippy toes and... Well, it's over now. The funeral, it was a lovely one. Yeah, only the best for my parent. Oh, darling, it's not the first case of patricide. Just one in the sea of many. Exactly. Come on, darling. Let's go home. Yeah. Goodbye, Franciscia monster. May you rest in peace. Well, we... That was good. I like it. There's an ending here somewhere. Gertrude Manster, Emmanuel Manster, Finn Manster, Alicia Manster, Raven, question mark. And I tell him, oh, they're all like, it's randomized, cute. Do I jump in the crate too? Hello, I would like to log bug report. Bug, game doesn't end. Solution, leave as is. I actually kind of like this. This is kind of adorable. Alright. Well, I think we can probably leave it there since we've good endinged, question mark. We ended up with the monster. That was the idea. I love that we look like a parrot. Why do we look like a parrot? Oh, there we go. And so my life has changed greatly. Do I regret it? I don't know. But weirdly enough, I think I really did find love. There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it in the end. So that was A Night at Manster Mansion. Morally yeah, exactly. Give me those morally well, in the end, we falsely convicted one horrendous mobster instead of who would have probably been utterly terrible at running the crime family versus convicting the other horrible monster who was utterly beautiful and was cunning and like monster fucker. Let's go this. Let's do this. Let's do it properly. Jeff is great at that job. No, I could not deal with a mob boss called Jeff. It wouldn't work for me. So, for all those curious, the other ending is you die. Okay, yeah, then we made the right choice. So, The Onion Boy has 4 games available on their itch page. 3 of the ones we played today. And then there is a Zine and another one, Late Night Observations, as well as Endless Wandering. Go check them out. Highly recommended. Awesome. Go follow their stuff because I love it. They're in categories. Oh gods. Bitsy. Yep, we've got a ton of Bitsy games here. We've got 4 3D games. We've got... Holy crap. Onion Detective, Onion Verse, Onion Cameos. I like it. Oh, these are ones where you've ended up working with other people? Holy crap. Wow. Okay. Truly the most prolific of onions. Yes. There is a lot of onioning going on right here. So, we have... one more game on our list today, which works out very well because we've just come up to 2:30. 2 hours in, 2.5 hours in. So let us go to our last game, which is The Tower. 3D games mostly doing 3D modeling for them. Fair enough. So, our final game today is The Tower by Communistsister. Now, this is the only game on our list with serious content warnings. Here are some serious content warnings. This game contains harsh language, internalized transphobia, anxiety over infertility, medical procedures, blurring of reality of fiction, abduction. I am not sure how overt these themes are, but it behooves me to include all necessary content warnings so that you, the viewer and the player, can make a consenting choice as to whether you play these games and watch these games and all of that fun stuff. Because this is how we care about each other. We care about each other by letting each other know that these things exist, but these things come with clauses. So, yeah. This one is The Tower by Communistsister. This will be our last game for the evening. And we're going to have ourselves an experience. I don't know what this game is really about, so we're going to have an experience, and that's all we can say. So we can probably turn off the content warnings because you've all had time to take them in. We'll move that. Where are we going to move that? I guess we'll leave it there and we'll just scroll through. The Tower, a game made for Gothic Novel Jam 2018. Content warning. Some readers may find elements of this story disturbing. Please take particular caution if you're sensitive to any of the following. Harsh language, internalized transphobia, anxiety over infertility, medical procedures, blurring of reality and fiction, abduction. Big content warning lists always make me think of the list of ingredients in grog in Monkey Island 1. If any of you play The Secret of Monkey Island, there's people describing grog, the traditional drink of the pirates, and it's stuff like battery acid and sulfate and all of pepperoni, red dye number 5, and it's all may contain one or the more of the following. So let's have a look at The Tower. This is mostly keyboard playable game, Some sections you'll be able to play a sub-game. The controls here are arrow keys to move, however due to technical issues, this will not be automatically selected. You need to click on the game to activate it. Okay. This, I believe, is a tower. I like how the word the tower is built into it, because you've got T-H-E-T-O-W-E-R. I'm not sure about the TA at the bottom. Every time it happens, a few days before I have this dream. Tell me about the dream. I'm standing in a broad field, it's flat and goes on forever. The grass stretches out around me and like so many little lives swaying in the wind. The birds are silent and the sun is nowhere to be seen. But it's not dark. It's not light either. I don't know how to describe it. Like I'm not conscious of whether it's daylight or not. Go on. I'm in this field, and then ahead of me is a tower. The Tower. Why do you say it like that? The Tower. You know, like the tarot card, number 16. Tell me about the Tower. We're going to speak of it in the capitalized as well, because why not? The Tower comes after the devil. It stands for disruption, revelation, sudden destructive change. A lot of people think Death card is the worst one, but it's just about change in thinking. The Tower stands for what people think death is. I like that, actually, because that is very true. I did a little bit of studying of tarot when I was younger, and everyone thinks death is the bad one. Death is not the bad one. The Tower is the bad one. Or it's the harsh one. Do you believe in tarot? I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Let's return to your dream. Tell me of the tower in your dream. I'm in a field, and there in front of me is the tower. It's building, physical, but I know it's the card. I don't know how, but I do. And what happens? I climb the tower. I think I might have to zoom out of it for this one. Tell me about what happens next. Is work? I climb the tower. Well, I try to. Yeah, click away then space. The problem is the game screen is black and the background is black, so I can't tell where I'm taking, where I'm clicking. It's not obvious how much progress I'm making because I can't see outside. There aren't any windows? Well, there are windows, but they don't seem to look out onto the same field as before. What they show keeps changing. I see. Like it shows a forest, or a city, or my bedroom, or... Sometimes the windows show my girlfriend's bedroom. My ex-girlfriend's bedroom. I see. What do you think that means? So, from this, it's obvious we're talking to an analyst. We're not talking to a psychologist. We're probably not talking to a psychiatrist. We're probably talking to a psychoanalyst. Because that's where you get the questions. Shows how much time I've spent in mental healthcare. I don't know. You're the psych. Shouldn't I be asking you? My role is only to help you guide you to your own answers. How do you feel when you look out of the tower at your ex-girlfriend's bedroom? Right, okay, well, I feel fucked up. Go on. I miss her. Fuck, I really do. I don't know how I'll live without her. Do you need a moment? No, I should talk about this. I broke up with her, not the other way around, but I had to, you know? Assume I don't know. Why did you have to? Because she's a lesbian and I have difficulty inhabiting this identity without second-guessing it. By identity, you mean being a trans woman? Right, I don't know. It feels like I'm cheating her. Like she would be dating a real woman and she's dating me instead, and that's my fault somehow. God, the feel, the moods. Do you not consider yourself a real woman? Oh, fuck, that's a loaded question. God. I mean, you get it. You're non-binary. Assume I don't get it. Fuck. Yeah, don't assume that non-binary know everything. Like, I'm non-binary. I don't fucking know everything. So, obviously, like, trans women are women. But I can believe that publicly and believe it about every one of my trans friends, but I still struggle with it myself, you know? You think that every trans woman is a real woman except yourself? God, it's a version of imposter syndrome. It really is, that specifically targets trans folk. Yeah. So I broke up with her. I didn't want to force my insecurity onto her. Did you ask her about it beforehand? No. I see. So you're climbing the tower and looking through the window to her bedroom. What do you see? Nothing. I see nothing. She's not there. Or sometimes she is, but it's not her. It's not her. Like, sometimes it's someone else pretending to be her, wearing her as a skin suit. And she turns her head to look at the window, and every time, just before we make eye contact, I wake up. So you don't reach the top of the tower? No, I climb forever. It's like, you probably get clients who can lucid dream, right? You know what that is? Assume I don't. Tell me about it. So I can, like, control my dreams. I can control my actions. As opposed to riding shotgun in my own flesh. And I've tried not to look at the windows when I know it's her. But I never reach the end of the stairs. I go forever and ever, and eventually I'll look at the window without thinking, and it's her. Or like, whatever thing is pretending to be her. You said someone before, and this time you said thing. Yeah, thing. I don't think it's human. It doesn't feel right. What doesn't feel right about us? It's like, Motions. The way you move your head, the eyes. The pupils are too big. Oh fuck, you said us, not them. Tell us about how we can improve our impersonation, please. The fuck is going on here? Last session you told me about the dream. What happens after that? After I wake up, I feel bad. For days. Bad? Like nervous, anxious, anticipating something. But I don't know what. I'm constantly on edge. Puts me in mind of Baudelaire, you know? Baudelaire? Like a wall in which an insect lives and gnaws. I can feel it. Something's there, waiting for me. Gnawing at the edge of my mind. What do? I try to go on with my day, make breakfast, go to work, you know. It's never happened at work. I can almost relax a bit there. It's on the way back that I have to worry. What happens on the way back? It takes a few days usually. Like 3, 4, 5, it's not reliable. But I'll be driving home, or maybe I'll get home and be getting out of the car. And black. Like, if black wasn't a color but an experience, time stops, the car seems to be moving and not going anywhere. I can move if I try to, but it doesn't matter. Once I got out of the car and I ran down the road. But then I turned around to look back at the car and realized I was sat in the driver's seat still. I hadn't actually moved at all. Do you think this is a dream? No. I know what my dreams feel like. It's not a dream. Besides, you can't feel pain in dreams. You're in pain? Not yet. I'm still waiting, and then it happens. And I'm no longer in the car. I'm on a table and it's so bright. It's so bright. Please turn off the light. Do you think this is a dream? Are you in pain? You are in pain? Do you think this is a dream? God, this thing's fucking with my head. Freya, 10 out of 10. Like, 10 out of 10 for design work. This game is just messing with my head, and I'm kind of loving it. I am glad I'm in a good mental state right now. You are in pain? It's a belly button. Like, we have examined you. Oops. You are not useful to us. You are sterile. You have destroyed your body by your actions. You are not useful to us. You are sterile. Is this what you want? What do you want? We have examined you. Like a body in which a woman lives and gnaws. What do you want? How do we resolve the situation without contravening Rule 4? Like a body in which a woman lives and gnaws. If you are having trouble, please take a moment. It may be unpleasant for you to relive your experiences. You can take things at your own speed. I want to help you. Do you want a glass of water? I'll get you a glass of water. Please, remain seated. Take a deep breath. Take your time. We have all the time in the world. We won't finish until you're ready. It's a very exciting time for us. We have all the time in the universe. The classic Rider-Waite Tarot deck was designed by 2 members of the Golden Dawn. In the deck, the Devil card is shown with the sexes distinct and the Devil in the middle with no obvious genitalia. But on many other tarot cards, the Devil is shown with both male and female features. I think about that a lot. Do you empathize with the Devil? The card or the entity?
We were talking about the card. Yes, for reasons I guess, but a master of deception creating the illusion that you are bound to me, the embodiment of the hidden forces of negativity. To draw the devil in tarot indicates an obsession with a particular idea. Investing yourself in one area of your life to the detriment of another. In particular, putting undue weight on material concerns. Since when did you know so much about tarot? That's not important. We're only here to help. You have generated a belief that your personal value lies in an artifact of the material plane. What is your girlfriend like about you? We would like to understand why she chose a partner with whom she cannot bear children. Is this about me or about you? I still can't believe what is happening. You will forget. God. This is heavy. I'm glad we saved it till last. Wow. This is so fucking good. But at the same time, it is heavy as fuck. What does she like about you? I make her laugh. I help her out with things. I can reach the tall cupboards, you know? Stuff I'd be proud if I wasn't transitioning. And what else? She told me once she likes the way I look at her in the mornings. It was weird, like, she just said out of nowhere once as a compliment. Like, I wake up and whatever sleepy expression I have is cute or something. And I don't see it. I mean, my hair's a mess and I've got stubble and, like, I can't bear to look at myself like that. I don't understand how she can look at me like that and see her girlfriend still. And not like some creature in a woman's suit. Has she ever said anything like that before? No, the opposite. She's always so good about it. She'd say each and every time that I was a woman, even with beard shadow. Even if you asked her 100 times, we will. What? We will. We will. What happens then? I don't remember. It's as if time has just not happened. The clock moves forward, but that internal clock doesn't. Have you been under general anesthetic? Assume that I haven't. It's like then, too. When you sleep normally, you kind of feel like time passed, but under anesthetic it doesn't. It just jumps. What's the last thing you remember? The tower. Tell me about what happens next. The dream you had a few days before. No, I've seen it again since. Somewhere, I don't know. It's like I've been there for real this time. Only now I've climbed it properly. You've reached the top? Yes. And what happens then? Theophany. Assume I don't know what that means. The appearance of God. And what are they like? It's not God. It's... I don't know if they're human. Something else. They look like a memory. They're magnificent. Terrible. At once I fear like I've never feared before, but I know the fear will end and that everything will be okay. I know that one day I will wake up in the person I want to be. I know I can be happy, that I can take control of my path in life. I know the answer to a question that I never knew I asked. And what happens then? The knowledge is more than I can stand. I'm destroyed by the revelation. Big skull. And the tower crumbles down like so many stones returned to earth, like so many memories lost to... Is something wrong? I feel like I've been here before. This conversation feels familiar, yet we will see you again soon. What? Do you wish to be returned to the past or the now? What did I choose last time? Did I choose to go back to her? God, I want to go back to her. As you wish. As you wish. As you wish.
Honey? Are you alright? I just woke up and you were standing there. The tower, when reversed, symbolizes avoidance of disaster. What? Sorry, I'm still half asleep. I love you. I love you too. Come back to bed. The Tower. A game made for Gothic Novel Jam 2018 by Freya C. Hey baby. Yeah. That was wonderful. Freya, you're amazing. You make good game. You're a purry little baby. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. So, I wanted to thank you all. This has been an amazing digital diversity stream. We have played some amazing games by The Onion Boy and by Freya. And there is a sequel. Yeah, but that I think I'm going to end up playing on my own. It's been a perfect 3 hours. And I wanted to thank you all for being here with me. These days are always full of feels, and they are incredibly important to me. And I wanted to thank you all. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was a lot of fun. You going up, baby? You going up? Up you go. Cat butt. Shoulder cat. Thank you, everyone. Until next time, I am Kaiju. This is Carmilla. And Carmilla is also a Kaiju, because she does the bites. Until next time, look after yourselves, look after each other. Remember that you are not alone. See, not alone. What? 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 Yeah, yeah. And I will see you folks next time. See you all.